What's good, y'all? We back with another Dragon's Dogma 2 video, and y'all already know we gotta talk about all this new information we got from the most recent interviews with the director and producer of Arisen 2. Now, I know I already read y'all the interview, but I didn't know there were multiple at the time. And of course, I just want to discuss it as well. So, let's get into it. So, how many hours worth of content do we have? We have about 20 to 30 hours worth of content. But I'm pretty sure they're not considering the Arisen style gameplay loop we'll be getting. And I'm pretty sure they're not considering the Norgan side quest. Yes, we'll be getting side quests in Norgan. 15 to 20 of those hours should account for the Norgan story alone. That's not bad at all. That's almost the size of the base game. The base game story is only 30 to 40 hours. And if you split that time in half based on the regions, that's 15 to 20 hours in Vermund and 15 to 20 hours in Batal. The gameplay loop of the DLC is structured like a hack and slash. When we start in the beginning, there won't be a lot of snow, and gradually the snow will pick up as we ascend into the mountains. We can see this in the trailer, and we can see it in the latest Capcom Spotlight. This area barely has any snow. And then this area, we have some snow. Here we can see our Arisen in the ponds climbing up a rope ascending into the mountains. This is most likely where we'll deal with the blizzards. You can reach the Norgan DLC as soon as you reach the main city and talk to Brant. Pretty much like the first game, you can access BBI by going to the docks at night. The recommended level is 40, but there's a gradient scale in the difficulty, meaning it gradually gets more difficult. Okay, so after Norgan, it's only right to talk about the 12 dungeons. We have confirmation that the dungeon should take about 12 to 6 hours to complete. It could take you 30 minutes or upward to an hour to complete them. These dungeons won't be linear either. We already know they'll have different layouts. But I noticed a while ago that one of the dungeons has one of those magic rift elevators that we activate with the God's Bane. So I'm guessing after every floor of this particular dungeon, we'll take one of these elevators all the way up until we reach the moon. Yeah, right, I'm just joking, y'all. But this would have been a crazy way to introduce the Tower of the New Moon if this was the final dungeon. Speaking of the Tower of the New Moon, they did mention Dragon's Dogma Online too. Tower of the New Moon was supposed to be a separate online mode or online feature for Dragon's Dogma 2, but it ended up being cut. But when they asked them about Dragon's Dogma Online 2, they didn't say no. In one of the articles, they just simply said, let's just enjoy Dragon's Dogma 2 for now. Next up, we got Transmog. Fashion Dogma is real, y'all. We getting Transmog in Arisen 2. Apparently, it was already a thing in Dragon's Dogma Online, and of course, it's in Monster Hunter. So now we have it coming in a DLC, but apparently it's locked behind the Norgan region. But next up, I want to talk about the recommended levels for the new content. I know a lot of people were pretty pissed off that the recommended levels for the new content is 20 and 40. And we still haven't gotten confirmation for hard mode. It's either in the works or being considered, depending on what article you read. I'll probably do an entirely different video discussing the difficulty situation. I haven't played Arisen 1 on normal mode in years, but I decided to turn it back down to normal mode, and I jumped into BBI with only base in-game gear and no BBI gear. So far, I'm only in phase 1 of Bitter Black Island, and the difficulty varies based on the monsters. We still got a few monsters that get put in a blender and die in a few seconds, but others last for a few minutes. I'll try to get to phase 2 quickly and give y'all an update, because that's what a real challenge is. I also wanted to mention that Capcom's recommended level for Bitter Black Island was 50, and Forsaken Dominion is 40, so just keep that in mind if you're panicking over the recommended level. We're also getting over 150 new pieces of gear, so I'm sure that'll be split between weapons, armor, capes, and rings. So we're getting over 150 new pieces of gear and Transmog. I'm telling y'all, Fashion Dogma is real. We lit, y'all. We also have confirmation that there are no new vocations. So instead of adding new vocations, they decided to focus on making the vocations we already have better. If we had to choose between 6 new skill slots, improving the current vocations we have, and getting new skills for those vocations, or getting new vocations, I'd rather get the 6 new skill slots with the enhanced vocations that we already have. That's just me though. We didn't get any new vocations with the first Arisen, so I wasn't expecting any. So like I said, there were multiple interviews and I only read y'all one of them, but here's a good question that I didn't see. Will there be any new monster skeletons? Kenoshita said, of course, there are also enemies whose skeletons are being expanded from scratch. If you saw my video called Pitiable DLC that I dropped, I'm glad I was wrong. I was concerned about the skeletons and the reskins, but I'm glad I was wrong. Sometimes it's good to be wrong. I wanted to be wrong. So we got confirmation that we will be getting completely new skeletons. It won't be a reskin fest. Oyama said, we will be releasing more information on this in the future, so please look forward to that. I'm pretty sure they're going to show us the new monster skeletons in the August showcase. So that should be all of the new info we got. Like I said, I'll talk more about the difficulty situation in another video. So that's it for this one. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments below, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.